Okay, real talk. If you had to pick one superpower, most people would say laser eyes, right? Or flying? Or being literally indestructible? Well, Homelander has all of that. He's basically Superman on steroids with an American flag cape and a jawline that could cut glass. But here's the thing nobody talks about. Being Homelander, it actually genuinely completely sucks. And no, I'm not feeling sorry for the guy who could melt your face off with his eyes. I'm just saying, his life is a disaster. And today, we're going to break down exactly why. Buckle up. This is going to be dark and funny, mostly dark. Let's start from the very beginning. You know how most of us had a childhood, school, friends, maybe a birthday cake? Yeah, Homelander had none of that. He literally grew up inside a lab. Vought International, basically a giant evil corporation, took this baby and raised him like a science experiment. No parents, no friends, no normal childhood whatsoever. Imagine being a little kid in a cold glass room, being poked and tested and observed 24/7. The only affection he got was from a scientist who barely even liked him. That's not a childhood. That's a trauma factory. And the worst part? He developed superpowers during all of this. So not only was he emotionally neglected, he was also accidentally destroying things around him because nobody taught him how to control his powers. Imagine sneezing and accidentally burning a wall down. That was basically his entire childhood. So yeah, he didn't choose to be messed up. The world messed him up first. Now we have to talk about the milk thing. And yes, I know, it's weird. It's very weird. But hear me out because this actually tells us everything about Homelander's psychology. Because Homelander never had a real mother, he developed this obsession with maternal comfort. The point is, this man is literally the most powerful being on the planet. He could destroy a city block in 30 seconds. And deep down, he just wants someone to hold him and tell him everything is okay. That's not powerful. That's heartbreaking. And also a little bit hilarious, let's be honest. No amount of laser vision fixes childhood trauma. Turns out therapy is more powerful than superpowers. Who knew? Here's the truly sad part. Millions of people love Homelander. They cheer for him. They buy his merchandise. They scream his name at rallies. There are literally Homelander fans in the show who worship the guy, but none of it is real. Every single person around him either fears him, uses him, or both. Vought doesn't love him. They need him to make money. The fans don't love him. They love the image of him, the character, the brand, not the actual broken person underneath the cape. Think about that for a second. You could be the most famous, most powerful person on Earth and still be completely alone. Not just lonely, alone. Like, fundamentally, nobody actually knows you or wants to know you. And the one time he actually does connect with someone, his son Ryan, even that relationship is complicated and painful. Because how do you be a father when nobody ever showed you what a father looks like? Homelander doesn't have relationships. He has transactions. And somewhere deep inside him, he knows that, which makes him angrier, which makes everyone more afraid, which makes him more alone. It's a cycle with no exit. Now let's talk about the performance, because Homelander doesn't just have powers, he has a brand. And maintaining that brand is basically a full-time job that he never asked for and can never quit. He has to be smiling in public, patriotic at all times, inspiring, strong, never weak, never scared, never vulnerable, the perfect American hero. Even when inside, he is screaming. And here's the kicker. He can't even show his real face without everything collapsing. If people saw the real Homelander, the scared, angry, traumatized man who just wants to be loved, the whole system falls apart. So he has to keep performing forever. That's basically the most exhausting job in the universe. And you know what the salary is? More loneliness, more pressure, more fake applause from people who would run away the second they saw the real you. We all wear masks sometimes, but most of us can take them off at home. Homelander, he sleeps in his. And lastly, and this might be the most overlooked part, having Homelander's powers with Homelander's psychology is genuinely the worst combination possible. Imagine having the emotional stability of a toddler who never got a nap, and also being able to vaporize everything around you with your eyeballs. That's not power. That's a disaster waiting to happen every single day. He can't even have a bad day like a normal person. We get mad and maybe slam a door. He gets mad and the entire city is in danger. There is zero margin for error, no room to breathe. No room to mess up, because a mess up for Homelander isn't a broken plate, it's a news story. He is literally a ticking time bomb who is handed infinite power and zero emotional support. That's not a hero origin story, that's a horror story. So yeah, Homelander is terrifying, he's manipulative, he's dangerous, and honestly, he's one of the best written villain characters in modern TV. But at the core of all of it, underneath the laser eyes and the rooftop breakdowns and the unsettling smile, there's just a deeply, deeply broken human being who never had a chance. The world built him into a weapon and was then shocked when he started acting like one. That's the real tragedy of Homelander. Not that he's evil, but that he didn't have to be. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to BeyondMasked, and let me know in the comments, who should we break down next? Because there are a lot of characters out there with terrible lives, and we are just getting started. See you in the next one.